everyone. Tonight's interview is Cravvn from Real Aim. He's the current leader of Real Aim. Him and Financial, I think, running together. Is that correct, Cravvn?
Yes, sir. That's pretty much the vibe right now.
Nice. All right, so tell us a little bit about Real Aim. What are you guys about over there?
Okay, so I mean, Real Aim was founded by Financial. I believe it's one of the longest standing clans on the North America server. It was founded, what was it, March 4th, 2024. So it's been here for some time. There's obviously clans that were made, let's say, before Real Aim, but nothing that's still standing here. So we're one of the longest North American Covenant clans. We're just all a bunch of homies. We all have the same vision, same goals to get better at the game and, keep progressing at a, let's call it a thorough pace.
Nice. As like a new player coming into the game, or like a player
on
that's
that wall on
pre-existing
the other
that
side.
might want to like join Real Aim, or what would you say to like somebody to kind of like be like, hey, if they're looking for a clan, why should they choose you versus some of the other options that are out there?
Okay, that's honestly, it's a good question. I mean, we're looking for people that are just willing to, like I said, learn, right? So, if you're someone who's coming into the game brand new, a lot of clans like to, let's say, push that away. We've always had a helping hand at trying to teach new players and trying to integrate them into a spot onto the North America servers, just because something you and me have talked about, Bravo, is this server isn't so lively, right?
Yeah.
So we've always been willing. I would say to new players looking to get into Real Aim, just ask, just reach out a hand. We now have our second clan moving and going, and it's kind of just like I would say essentially a funnel system for newer players to come in, learn, get help on getting gear, get help on getting artifacts, and kind of teaching them the ropes, bringing them up through. And if they have the dedication that shows, we'll be here for you.
That's awesome. What do you think the conflicts of running a clan are? Obviously, there's tons, but what are some of the biggest, most painful ones that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis?
Okay. The number one thing that a lot of people don't think about, if you want to be successful with this, it's a little bit more work, I would say, than thought about. It's not easy managing people in general, let alone 30, let's say, people on the internet, right? So I would say the biggest gripe that I have with leading a clan is just trying to find people that are attentive, people that do listen, and people that want to, you know, put in the pain just to get up to the very end of it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So far, since you've been leading this clan, what's been the most challenging thing you've dealt with so far?
I would say the name itself, the Real Am name itself. It's a little bit slandered, I would say, here and there, right? A lot of people have their own viewpoints of us, whether that be different factions or whether that be players on their own sense. But I think the hardest thing to get over is trying to just show people that, hey, we are just a chill group of people. We just all want to game, have a good time, and we all want to do, what everyone kind of wants to do, just be better.
Absolutely. I think that's what most communities are trying to strive for is, how do they, help their players get to become more competitive. And it sounds like that's exactly what you guys are doing, which is kind of leading into the next question. So, like, what have you guys done to get your clan from where it was, which was just recently, kind of inactive to the point where it's at now again? Because it was kind of in the dusty shoebox, like hung on a shelf, wasn't it? You guys weren't
It
real active
was.
at
It
one point.
was. It was. So what had happened was, right, where let's say I come into play with this was maybe around 6 months ago. I came back to the game asking Financial, the founder of Real Aim. I said, "Hey, what's the plans with what you're doing? And who's still around? Who can I connect with?" He gave me a couple of ideas, and he basically had told me, "Hey, Real Aim's kind of on the back burner. We're just an open world clan, and we just run sessions. A mission hits, we go maybe 5-10 people somewhere, but it's nothing crazy." And then it came to a point where he asked me, "Of hey, maybe you want to revive this, right?" So the past 6 months have been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a very very big learning curve for me. as a whole to try to get used to, let's say, leading people around on this game compared to some of the other games that I've had a leading position around. Um, like, make an example. We have players who say they want to put the activity. I spoke with you earlier about it. They say they want to put the activity in, and then they just don't show or they don't. And that's like the hardest thing. It's like, whose word can you trust here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ever since that 6-month term, it's been just kind of weeding out. Like, okay, these are the good guys. These guys are good, but they don't listen. And then these are the bad guys, right? And we've been taking it just step by step like that to try to dust it off. Let's say.
Yeah. I mean, you guys made a huge comeback. I mean, you guys have gotten from um, basically non-existent to a full roster, starting a second clan, and it looks like you have pretty good attendance on a regular basis. I typically see you guys, 25 plus, typically 30 for any of
Yes,
the
sir.
30 out of 30 for any of the tournament days, and then like even brawls, you guys are showing up 20, 25 plus. It's awesome. Congratulations
it's
on
it's
that.
it's
That
pretty nice.
that definitely shows.
Appreciate that.
So what's some of the things that you're doing to like motivate players to just continue to log on, or is it just kind of happening like naturally?
It's a little mix of both. We've actually been trying to incorporate something for a little while now to get a little bit more activity just out of the players overall. I'll kind of actually hint at that, but we're looking at starting up like a clip of the week thing where players in the clan, first and second, are going to be able to kind of just get a clip based around whether it be a theme or open ended. Whether it be best feed or funniest moment or et cetera, right? But we've been trying to looking at doing that probably once a week thing to maybe get a little bit of a cash prize involved in there as well, and hopefully have people put in a little bit more time, let's say. Other than that, though, it does really just happen on its own. A lot of the members that are currently in Real Aim are, I don't want to say older players to the game, because we do have definitely a group of new as well, but most of them do hop on at their own times. Don't get me wrong, I was speaking with you earlier. A huge issue for a lot of clans is you only have clans who want to hop on for clan wars, and it's hard, let's say, to kind of work with some of those people because you don't really know their playstyles well, and you can't get to learn it well because it's only in a high pressure situation of the war itself, and then after the wars they're gone, right? So maybe that clip challenge will help give in a little bit more interest, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. So can you go into a little more detail with the clip challenge? So it's kind of like the top position on the leaderboard, or just whoever submits the best clip that gets
Who,
voted on,
whoever
or how's that
submits the
work?
best clip. So
Ah,
I'm thinking about doing, yes, like a voting system. Have it be, democratic, right?
hmm
Having, let's say, 5 people vote, and then I want those people to be outside of clan though. And then, like I said, whether it does have a theme or it doesn't, either best quote unquote clip or best feed or funniest moment, whatever. We'll kind of pick and choose at little themes here and there, or just keep it open ended and have a cash prize at the end of the week. People will start putting in a lot more interest, I say, if 10 mil rubles is involved every single week.
oh, that'd be sweet. Actually, 10 mil rubles is enough to get just about anybody to do something nowadays.
Exactly.
Oh man, that's crazy. Uh, this season, specifically, because I know you guys have played many seasons before this and had varying rivals over the time. But this season, who's your biggest rival? Like, who are you most competitive with right now? That kind of when you log in, you're like, everybody better show up full buff. This is gonna be a
This is gonna be a
anyone's
hard
game
war.
fight. Yeah, yeah. Who's that team right now for you guys?
So honestly, I would say it's a mix of two. It's a mix of two Freedom Clans. It would have to be in between Indecisables or the Smokers. Two, in my opinion, very, very, very powerful teams that have a lot of good coordination, whether it be shotguns or not, because I know people maybe will have their opinions on that, but still, two very powerful teams nonetheless that have it's been a little bit of a challenge. We've kind of gone to a point now within the last 2 weeks of overcoming them, but since that 6-month period of me coming back to doing this, it's been a lot of ups and downs with them. I gotta give credit where it's due. Those guys are doing great and they are pretty strong.
They're coming back as well. It sounds like Smokers was struggling for a little bit there just recently, but it seems like they've been
Yes.
in a little bit of a rebuilding session as well. It's kind of interesting
I
to see some of
agree.
these teams come back. Obviously, now's a good time to come back too because you got the winter event coming. That typically draws a huge player base, and Expo does a good job of
Yep.
promoting the game during that point in time. So, shout out to them for that. Like to see the new players, like to see old players come back and kind of mix things up a little bit because it's the whole purpose of doing these is because we always see each other. We just don't really know what's going on behind them.
Who people
So,
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite for you? What's your favorite armor in the game?
Ooh, it's okay. So, I got a funny story behind this, right? I came into the game like I told you, but I'll tell the viewers. I came into the game as an ex baby, all right? So anybody who's gonna shit talk now. But I started in, learned about the SBA, and I had thought that that was going to be my favorite armor until actually getting it many months later, let's say. I am now a Hector lover, and I don't think I will ever take that off just because of the speed that it provides.
That's a hot take for sure. Hector lover, huh? There's a couple of them out there. They're few and far
I do.
between, but
I do.
there's a couple of them out there. What's
You
your
know.
favorite artifact?
Ooh. Honestly, for what it is, probably a helium. Just nowadays, right? I
Mhm.
like what the helium gives with its movement speed and its health regen and the stability aspect of things.
That's awesome. So you're running the Hector in Clan War, and then I'm assuming you have a helium in your build because that's your favorite artifact.
I
What's the
do.
rest of the artifacts in your build, and what container are you rocking?
So I am sadly enough rocking the sheaf. Kind of bummed on that, man. Kind of bummed I didn't get the scientist suit, right? The longevity. But at the end of the day, I'm rocking the sheaf container. We're going with the healing build with a little bit of hybrid as the helium's thrown in there. It is scrubber, fossil, branch, helium, scallop, firebird.
That's awesome. That'll be a pretty fun little build to run around with for sure. What do you think you're gonna do to change it or upgrade it? What's the next artifact on the buy list if you saw it pop up today?
Honestly, I wouldn't know. Honestly, I wouldn't know. I know I'm at a point now after, funnily enough, after today's matches, where I do need to change something up a little bit. Maybe I'll swap the Firebird for a little bit more BR, but I don't know as of yet.
Okay,
I do know I do need to make changes though.
that's awesome. Well, that brings me to my next question. What's your favorite armor paint?
Oh goodness. I'd probably say Black Ice. I don't take this thing off.
Okay, Black Ice is a solid one. What's your favorite gun for Clan War? What's your primary gun?
It would be the PKP nowadays.
What was it before the PKP?
I don't want to get flamed, bro. Chat's gonna flame me. Low key, I was swapping in between the FAMAS and the F2K.
I think that's pretty solid. Most people are out there running a very similar a build. I think the FAMAS was used from basically last Christmas all the way through to summer, and basically up until the KS1 came out.
KS1
People
came
were
out, yeah,
running the
that's true.
FAMAS. That was kind of like the I don't want to call it the mainstay, but that was people's kind of go to, especially for farming. Um, chat, don't forget to ask any questions you guys have. I'll get to all those at the end here, and we'll ask Craven some interesting questions, whatever you guys come up with as well. So, what's your favorite sniper? Do you run a sniper in Clan War, or do you typically just
I
run?
do, I do. Depends on the match, but if I am bringing out a sniper, it's gonna be the L96.
Have you had that since like the beginning of the game?
Yes, that's one of the main reasons. It's just kind of like my first love when it comes to snipers. I do like the semis. I've shown love to the SVCH. I've shown love to the SVDM, but I like those heavy hitters.
Yeah, I've got a love hate relationship with them. I get tons of assists with them, but man, it's hard to kill
The
people
kills are
these
hard, dude.
days.
I
Yeah,
know. I know it.
you have to basically hold out and let other people shoot somebody first and hit them in the head.
Yep. Yep. Pretty much.
uh, awesome. Scope, what do you run on it? NC Star, or do you got a little
No,
special
sir.
sauce? What are you running?
So I'm actually well, NC Star, is that the 8 times?
No, that's the Twitch scope that has the variable zoom.
Oh. No, no,
I'm
no, no,
about to
no,
put
no,
him
no,
on
no.
game,
That's what I
guys.
thought.
He just learned some
You
tech.
about to put me on game with that, dude? I have this NC Star. I just don't use it, honestly.
Really?
I've been using this 8 times, but maybe that's the
Oh,
wave, huh?
the 8 times. Yikes. You know what I use on my sniper right now, like on my Tech? I've been getting
Let me
flamed
hear.
for it from my clan, but at the end of the day, you can only see 150 meters to render, and
That's true.
you don't really need that much magnification to see that far.
I
And then
agree with that.
outside of that, they're out of render, so I prefer a faster ADS speed, and I've been running the trapezoid reflex sight on
Ooh.
the Tech,
Okay.
and it's 2.4. I got real fast, and I can also put it close, or I can hip fire it, and it doesn't have any like crazy spread or anything like that with that sight. And that's been kind of my go-to for a sniper scope. And then before that, I was running the 4X Trigicon, but
Okay.
I put the 8 times on when I first started playing the game. I crafted the M40A1 or whatever it was, the one before the L9,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and wound up going a different direction. But I put the 8 times on that and like took it out one time, and I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. The ADS speed, the time to get in the glass was forever, and then it's so zoomed in that I just felt like it wasn't worth it to me. Like the extra magnification didn't make a difference, and so I played around with the 4X. I liked that. I tried the Leopold, tried some other little variations to that, but I found that I like the trapezoid because it's like that fully open sight picture, and you can really get a good
Mhm.
idea who else might be sniping at you. And it's quick to be able
Okay.
to transition from player to player as you're, running up to a point or something in Clan War. That's been my favorite sight on
You're giving me some game, bro. I'm honestly next war. I might have to try a different scope on the sniper. I might have to do it.
Yeah, I loved it. I was super stoked about it. And then the QBU, I've been running the 4X on it, or I'll run the ACOG that you get out of Crimson cases.
Nice, nice. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Absolutely. So what's your what's your crazy, like, you do shot call in your Clan Wars?
I do, but it's kind of a mix of all of us, or all of us, quote unquote. It's a mix of the squad leads. How we
Okay.
run our wars is mainly everybody's muted, and then squad leads will kind of just unmute if things are necessarily needing to be said towards the whole clan. I have shot called. Do I like it? Not necessarily.
Yeah, I think that's one thing to be said, and we touched based on it a little bit earlier. Is like anybody who shit talks a shot caller for having a rough scoreboard day, it's probably because they're watching their map 90% of the time. And one of the things that
Yeah.
I've always said is if you're shot calling, you're actually watching the map more than you're watching anything. And the joke I've always made and other people have made is that I'm shooting people with my map open right now. It's the
Yeah.
joke. So
I love that. I
it's
love
so
that.
true because if you watch my stream, and if I ever shot call on stream, it's literally my map's open 80% of the time. So
Oh my.
if you guys don't know, try it sometime. It's crazy. It's an experience, that's for sure. It'll give you a newfound appreciation for those that do it in the game. But Craven, that leads me to my next question then. So what's the craziest game you've shot called, and what was like the pivotal moment in that game where you either won the game due to the shot calling or lost the game due to the shot calling? Because sometimes it can be both.
um
Like it can be so
yeah,
rememberable when you lose for a bad call.
no, definitely. So I actually like competitively originally, right? Or say fumbled my words there. Originally when I was playing competitively games, it was CS, man. We were pretty big into CS, me and my friend group. I ended up kind of getting couple of us towards ESEA, and a couple fell off. We met a couple of guys along the way, ended up making a team, and we weren't anything too crazy, right? Like we were at the B plus rank, right under A, and we had a tournament, man, where I made a call on Vertigo, actually, the old school Vertigo, saying that there was a fake pressure towards A ramp, and I needed one guy to still let's say wrap around B. When that guy wrapped, he ended up getting bomb. I took my team off, and that was our game-winning round right there on a tiebreaker too. So it was a moment to share. It was a moment to share for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's always fun too. How about in the recent season of Clan Wars? Do you have any crazy fights that you remember yet, or they all been pretty straightforward?
It's all been pretty honestly cut and dry. There is, there's a couple superpowers out there right now in the NA scene. So when it comes to wars, and we come across some of those teams, it's more so of like what can we try and what can we fuck around with and test. Um, but I haven't really felt like I honestly I don't really feel like there has been a moment in time where I've made a call that has changed the game. Let's
Yeah.
say.
What's been some of your opinions on the last season's updates to the clan wars for casings, participation, and things like that? How do you think Expo did on that as they rolled that update out?
I think it was good. I honestly like it. A lot of the players that I have over here like it as well. It was a matter of getting over to that superpower fucking lock, right? We wanted to all play the game and still get rewards, and
Hmm.
hey, Expo kind of delivered that without anybody really going out of the way to ask for it. So it was pretty cool. We're all pretty excited about it.
I think it was a great update personally. I think it allows new clans to get in, get some experience without feeling like they
Exactly.
just wasted an hour of their time. They at least get
I agree.
something for it. And it also helps because they're at least able to get some casings to then buy some serum to help get their gear up to master tier, so they're not sit there in that time gap when getting serum. Those of you that remember that still, I'm sure Imp doesn't. It's been so long ago since he had to deal with that, right, Imp? But some of us, it was just like yesterday where we were grinding for that serum, and that those casings would have been really helpful to get caught up
Helpful for sure.
and
For
be a
sure.
part of it. So um, that's awesome. And now we're getting even more casings than we've ever gotten before this season, which I think is pretty cool. I think the Crimson cases are pretty awesome. I think they need to do some tuning on the AM17 at Expo if you're watching. I feel
Yeah,
like that
please. The
thing's
K
just a little
AK-12 is the
too.
same shit.
Yeah, I just feel like the AM17 is basically an RPL. Just the RPL comes with a 100 round drum mag and it doesn't overheat, whereas the AM17 does. Um, Imp, we all hate you for that. He said, I haven't had an issue with serum since pre X. We know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even know what the days feel like, bro. I wish. I wish.
I've almost played the game now in Stalcraft for a year. My year is the last week of November here, so I'm about a week out. I'm coming up on it.
Nice. Congrats,
So
my boy.
yeah. It's been a year solid too. I've played almost every night since then, so it's been a lot of fun. Um, all right. Let's see. I got a couple other questions for you, as long as you still have time, right?
I'm ready, bro. Let's do it.
All right. What is your most pain in the ass anomaly to deal with? Like, what's the anomaly that kills you all the
Actually, I gotta pull this up right now. Let me look at my profile here.
time? He's gonna actually get the data.
Yes. So I have how many deaths? Let's see. I have 142 deaths from Whirlpool. If that can paint a picture for you.
So that's probably your least favorite anomaly.
I can't stand black holes, bro. I really can't. I mean, obviously they're so easy to get out now that I know, let's say, about the game. But when I first started the game, I was running around and dying for what I had no idea of.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, that's hilarious. Um, what's your favorite artifact in the game?
The helium.
The helium. Still, even
The
even out of all
helium.
the artifacts out there, that's your favorite.
I would say yes, yes. My favorite one would be yeah. I love what it gives, bro. I love what it gives. Like for me, a build because I'm a Hector user, right? I want to get my tack sprint. So me throwing one helium in there allows me to get that tactical sprint and keeps me happy. Let's say.
That's completely understandable. The tax sprint's crazy in PvP. I actually really enjoy running the snake eyes for that as well.
There you go.
I was actually fighting on we were on lowlands tonight, and there was just a lot of fire in the B area because they tended in the little warehouse outside of B, and they had heavy pressure A, and so me and Blue Venom were in a squad, and we were just kind of a roaming squad tonight because we didn't have Bombi and some other people, and so we were like, let's just let's just go to A. And neither of us have a gold suit or a combo, so I was running to A in a full Centurion with a Lemna and fighting on A point.
Holy
in a full
shit.
set. I was like, I'm sure these guys up here are literally like either yelling the craziest stuff, like "There's a guy in a combat armor up here. What do we do?" You know, I could only imagine the reactions that they were getting when they see 2 cents barreling up a hill at them in the middle
No,
of
that's
the
funny.
combo
That's
play.
funny.
So I was like, that probably had some pretty crazy reactions. I was streaming it tonight when we were doing it, but it was pretty funny. We actually went up there and then took the hill, and then were able to kind of pin them back down in their tent because up until that point,
Oh, nice, from that hillside there.
Yeah,
Cool.
we weren't able to hold that ace site, so that was pretty fun. But we made that reposition a little late in the game, and should have probably done it earlier. We were trying to take the warehouse side as they were running to B and hit them as they were running across that ridge, but we should have took the A site sooner.
A site, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't shot call tonight, so it's okay. It was my.
There you go. It's not on you then, bro. It's not on you.
I'm good on that one. Are you more of an aggro player, or do you play more like reserved or position based?
Passively, I mean, honestly, brother, with this healing build that I have, and like with running the Hector, I'm a lot lower HP than what a lot of these other people are, right? Like, with my build, I think unbuffed, I'm 503 EHP. So I do play a little bit more reserved. And at the same time, I do catch myself trying to ego peek, 3 or 4 people at once, and I get my ass put into the ground. So I would say I'm a little mix of both. I've been trying to get better with myself on choosing choosing my fights, let's say.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's kind of like I've gotten to that point as well where I need to kind of rethink how I'm playing, and my initial gut feeling is just to face check everything, and I need to rework on taking angles and playing smarter, and not just trying to tank it. What's your position on like, do you feel like aiming or game sense or positioning is more important out of the 3? Which one wins fights more?
I would say positioning in this game. At least when it comes open world and wars, honestly. Position is everything. You can take mid-map control from a team and turn the whole entire match around instantaneously. So I feel like position is the strongest play.
Yeah. I think positioning's up there, but I almost think that like game sense is a little bit more, because it can always give you a better position because you kind of know what to expect or what's coming next. So just having that game sense of knowing where the map flows and
that is true, though,
kind of gives you that positioning in some degree. It kind of gives you that advantage on positioning. But I've always been big into that. I feel like aiming's always secondary. All the other things are primary. Aiming's the last thing you have to worry about. Obviously, if you can aim, it's going to make those other things, highlighted more, but
a lot more fluent. Yeah,
exactly. How do you decide when to re-peek flank or just completely disengage in the fight altogether in open world or even in like sessions on some of the big maps?
I would say it depends. The server's pretty small, like we've already talked about a couple times tonight. So usually I see someone, I'll know who they are, and I'll kind of make a consensus right then and there. Like, okay, either I do need to back up, I need to get, full HP for this fight, or, maybe I can push through because it's a Hounds player rocking a 200 HP build. So it depends. It really depends. I kind of make that decision in the moment, I would say.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of me too. Like I judge on like how many they have and some of those other factors to really make a decision on what I'm going to do. And sometimes my brain just turns off and I just push anyway and don't think through it.
Me
so
too, brother. It happens to all of us, I feel.
I'm just like, I got this. It's a 1v3. I'm fine. And then next thing you know, I just get slammed by the first guy, and it's like, all right, that was a mistake. Instantly get your ego checked. And you're like, all right, time to go back out there. I know I'm not the best player, but sometimes I'm just like, I got this. Hold my beer.
Yep. No, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you. It's difficult to, let's say, gauge your fight because, like you said, sometimes you don't know what you're getting yourself into, right, for positioning. But I try to take a look at what I have in front of me before I send myself out into it. I have been catching myself a lot more recently, just egoing. So I need to tone it down. Just tone it down a little bit, bring myself even back to the basics, and
Yeah,
do a little bit better.
absolutely.
Let's say.
Who's the hardest player to kill in NA right now? Would you say?
Oh shit.
Or a couple of
Huh,
them. You
that's
can name more than one if you want.
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. I wouldn't have a player off the top of my head. There's a handful of players that I can't kill though. I can tell you that much. There is like I hate to say it. I hate to say it, right? But you get you Brett in a sessions in his M.2 with an SMG, bro. I'm shitting bricks. We get good ones. Me and him get great ones, but at the same time, bro, he's very fucking hard to kill. Any M.2 player, bro, put it out there.
Yeah, those
Any
M2
M.2
builds are crazy, especially when they're stacked with hit and healing effectiveness or health regen. They're damn near impossible to knock down. They heal
Yeah.
as soon as you miss. I mean, it's insane.
Exactly.
I know I've shot an entire AM-17 mag into some of them from range, and they're just zigzagging away as you're just pelting them with bullets, and you're hitting like 80 to 90% of your shots, and they're still just out healing it as you
Still
run
just
away.
full
It's
health.
like, what is going on right now?
Yep.
Sounds like Thef Hefe or Imp hates fighting Tim Morgan and his chieftain. He said if he doesn't say Tim Morgan and a chieftain, I'm gonna tweak. That's funny.
I trust me. I come across him in sessions and I'll back out.
I was gonna tweak
I will
if he
just
said.
I will just back out.
I was gonna tweak if he said LVN. I was like gonna cut that part out of the stream. And I was like, that guy's that guy's a meme. LVN, when we doing an interview at LVN, everybody in chat, add him right now. Ask him when we're doing the interview. He's been dodging it like he's been dodging the ones.
Crazy work.
Absolutely. Oh man. All right. So what's your most hated weapon in the game right now?
No comment.
No comment, gang. No comment.
All right. What's the craziest artifact you found in the Stalcraft X servers?
Red shard, double red shard. I found 2 of them before. One pre-update, one after update. Sad.
Imp says from dodging Jesse's ones to dodging interviews. Yep, exactly.
Oh fuck.
That's awesome. I'm sorry. What was the best artifact you found?
2 red shards. One pre-update, and then one actually like last week.
Oh wow! So you've gotten 2 red shards. Any gold shards?
No gold, no crazy golds yet. I found a gold firebird pre-update, so at the time it was worth maybe 10-15 mil. Nothing too crazy, but no crazy golds yet.
Okay. I don't know if I said this on the last one when I asked that question, but the craziest artifact I found was probably the first one that I found. But I found a legendary spiral shortly after starting to the north. I just got my Barriet, and I was running around, and legendary spiral in mines at the radar when I was a mercenary. Yeah.
That is insane.
That was my craziest artifact. I still have it. I literally kept it. It was cemented into my build after that. I was like,
in your build, I feel
gotta
that.
keep this. Can't get rid of it. So uses a speed build / carry weight build. When I was overweight trying to get out of there, I'd always throw the spiral in and skiddibity out of there. So
hell yeah.
All right. What's the most overrated PvP tactic do you think that new players use that veteran players in Stalcraft can see right through every time?
Keith Dean's triple bubblegum build. I'm sorry, Keith. That's no shit talking. It's just the truth, brother.
All right. Shout out Keith. We're gonna have to get you back on here to defend yourself. It sounds like one of these nights.
Oh
That's
shit,
hilarious.
dude.
That's awesome. Let's get some questions from the chat. I saw a couple pop
For
in
sure.
here, and then we'll start to wind down. All right, let's scroll back up to the top here. Well, Blue Venom asks, when is Real Aim comping Kega? I feel like that's
That's the question that the world wants to know, right?
I feel like that question gets asked at every interview for some reason.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's the goal, realistically, right? Venom, that's the end goal, brother. When I don't know it, but one thing I can tell you, it's a matter of time, man. Me and a lot of the guys that I have rocking with me right now are a solid group of let's call it dedicated people, right? A lot of us are under geared when it comes to maybe having golds, or a lot of us are under geared when it comes to having full gold builds, like a lot of the NISA members do. But a matter of time will come where I feel like Relay might have that position at number 1.
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of everyone's goal is to at some point build a team or a community that's able to at least be competitive. Maybe not beat them, but at least be competitive with Kega. And I think Kega wants that as well. To be honest with you, I'm sure Imp can answer
No, I
that
know they
question
do.
for Kega.
I know they do.
They're looking forward to the day that happens as well. I think it'd be fun for the game and fun for everybody involved. And who knows when that'll happen?
I agree.
Maybe one day. Ray the Dude asked, what is your take on the current state of the game, balance, and farming? Obviously, with the gamma changes coming, I think that's the intention of that question. What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I feel like we're at a pretty stale moment in the game. There's been a lot of promises that Expo has, let's say, fallen short on delivering. They talked about potentially doing some airdrops in Forge. They talked about bringing back the old North, let's say, which, hopefully praying, I'm crossing my fingers right now that we're getting that next month from what I'm hearing. But I feel like right now the game in a whole is at a really stale state. The best way to make money would be get blessed with RNG and walk across $100 million artifact. It's hard. It's hard to go and farm.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what other questions we had in here. I think that was the only other question we had. They let you off easy tonight. You must have did a good job.
They
answering
usually go crazy though, or what?
Yeah, I mean, we've had sometimes had like 15, 20 questions, like when we did Keith Dean's. There's a lot of questions in the chat. Imp, if you want and you're free, do you want to jump in the Discord real quick and kind of explain what you mean by next season's gonna be sick? You'll see. I'd love to hear hear what you're referring to if it's not just the winter event. What is fave 2 numbers that are right next to each other between 5 and 8? That's hilarious. Set you up. But yeah, Imp, if you got a second, jump in here real quick. I'd love to hear what you have to say about the next season, some of the stuff that you may know about that's coming out, and I'm sure the viewers would as well. If you want to jump in Discord, it should be open to jump into.
Next season's gonna be sick. You'll see, bro. You'll see.
All right, Imp, tell us, give us something to go on. It's got to be more than that. What's coming? What's happening? Can you give us a little insight?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Can't give us anything, but something's coming, huh?
I know we're getting for Christmas tree, we're getting a new Zivcast armor.
Oh,
it's gonna be a super heavy, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And that's like a top 50 reward, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be between that or there is a GL that was leaked a couple weeks ago.
What about the Berloga 6U?
We have no idea.
That was kind of what I always thought it was gonna be.
No idea.
Same with me.
Okay, so there's a potential of a super heavy and maybe a GL at Bandit. Did you catch that? Bandit is the grenadier of Stalcraft. Anything else, Simp, that you got cooking over there? Any open world changes other than the blizzards?
It was more of an inside joke. The next season is gonna be sick. You'll see it. It's like an inside joke.
I missed
but
it. I wasn't inside apparently.
yeah. So
I
yeah,
got
we
you.
as Craven said, we might get our north, our old north is gonna come back. That'll be good. We'll be getting the whole rework of like Yanov
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I'm excited for that,
I'm
man.
looking
I'm
for
excited to
that.
experience it.
rework and shit like that.
Yeah, that'll be super cool. That'll be awesome. I'm actually looking forward to some of
Even
that.
Brett knows. Brett knows.
He says, "I know."
Next season's gonna be sick.
That's right. We're getting everybody back next season, is what I keep hearing. It's gonna be awesome though.
Yeah, when are you gonna interview you, Brett, bro? I need that. That's gonna be hilarious.
Ask him. We can get him on the schedule. I've got a couple weeks out already scheduled out. We got some pretty big names coming up actually. Some very
He's in your chat right now.
well-known. He's in my chat right now. I know. I see him. You, Brett, when you want to do an interview, we can slot you in right now. Put it on the calendar. Let me look at the schedule real quick. See what I got ahead of me. Let me get you in on the 19th, December 19th, if you want. What do you think? Can we put you in on that date? Sure. All right, perfect. We got Ubret on December 19th. That's awesome. All right. I typically don't tell people when they're coming on, or I don't tell the viewers when they are coming on, but now you guys know Ubret's the 19th. We're going to start doing this every Friday as well. So every Friday we're going to be doing the interviews at 9 p.m. right after like the clan war. I feel like that's a pretty good time. So should be pretty good. And then Ubret, if you want to jump in at any time in the Discord and ask me questions about like what to kind of expect, or kind of, obviously you watch some of the interviews, they're going to be very similar. Or if you have anything you want me to highlight on that's like unique to you that we can touch base on, and that'd be pretty interesting to the viewers, I'd be happy to kind of get some ideas from you as well. Craven, I appreciate you being on. Looks like we answered everyone's questions in chat. Imp, appreciate you jumping in and kind of giving us some insight there that you might have heard or seen some of the leaks. That's awesome. And Craven, I wish Brilliant the best. Obviously, you guys are doing well, and you're going to continue to do well.
I appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate you stopping on, and thanks for the support as well.
Nah, definitely, man. I will. I'll see you soon, huh, brother?
All right, man. Have a good one.
Alrighty, you as well. Bye bye.
Take care.